My name is Claire Willis, and I'm the co-author of Opening to Grief. Here's something I heard in my group this week. A woman tells me that she barely cried when her mother died 16 years ago, but recently when she was driving by the cemetery where her mother was buried, she burst out in tears. And she didn't understand why her grief had come so late. There are many reasons for that. Actually, I once had a man join my bereavement group whose wife had died 4 years ago, and he hadn't been ready to grieve at the time. If you have a difficult relationship with somebody, you might not have been able to grieve at that time, or perhaps you had other pressures in your life that didn't allow you. But for some reason, it was hard for you to accept what was happening. It may be that if it was a parent, that it was hard to forgive your parent, or you may not have had room for sorrow or compassion for them, especially if the relationship was a little bit complicated. So one of the things I would urge you to think about is consider what was going on for you at the time of your parents' death. Were you preoccupied with other problems? Were there any addictive behaviors that might have kept you from feeling, like overworking, overeating, drinking, that would get in the way of covering up the grief you actually did feel? So reflect on what is different now in your life that's allowing you to grieve, because often when things are good enough, we're safe enough to grieve. We feel the strength to grieve, so that the coming on of grief is actually a positive thing. Be sure to be kind and explore this territory with tenderness.